Does the snapping part in that song like scare anyone else? The music swells like so big, and then there's this, and it, oh man, really catches me off guard sometimes. I jump just a little bit, spill a couple of drops of whiskey on my desk. All right, well, what are we looking at? This is the final round of the Des Moines Challenge. We've got a few people, a handful of up-and-comers, and then somebody who I think we believe could be a Masters-level player in Paul Macbeth. We're on hole 10. It's actually a pretty close race between Paul and one of the young guys. The other people... sorry. The other young guys on the card are lurking, which is what young guys do a lot. Hashtag lurk. Hole 10. If you pick a peck of Pickled Park, you're going to find yourself parking at Pickard Park on hole 10, which is a par 5. 844 feet for the Americans. Yeah, sure, they get everything first. Whatever. 257 meters for the rest of the world. This is a very picturesque hole. I don't know what that was about. We saw the cameraman was very taken with that flag there for a second before he's like, oh crap, I got to pan back to Revan Newsom. If you're just joining us, maybe you missed the front 9. Sorry if you did. It was very fun. But Ben Callaway, you probably recognize the name Callaway Disc Golf. If you've ever played disc golf and you're looking for a good like Walmart brand driver, you could find a Callaway just about anywhere, including most garage sales. Lots of coughs in Gavin's backswing. Yeah, 460 feet on a pure hyzer up the field. And Paul throws it quite a bit harder. And 378 feet. So, hang on, guys. Ian Anderson is messaging me right now. I actually messaged him a picture of the front 9, hole 1 on the band. I was like, hey, is this a sponsor or like a memorial basket? Because that is absolutely going to change whether or not I have a career after this video comes out. And he says, no clue, and then sent me a little shruggy emoji guy. So it's not helpful. I'm going to say, okay, screw you, mate. Let's see what he says to that. I feel really bad that I just sent that to Ian Anderson. He's typing. Oh, man. Okay, good. 2 laughy faces. Can't wait till you listen to this part of the commentary. Okay, we're just doing casual. It's casual commentary. Sometimes commentators like to be like glued to the action, and I prefer to present a little more real life. It's real life. I'm getting messages on my phone, and I don't want to put off any like ears, like a golf club member guy probably would. Like, look, he's going to look at his hand and then he looks at the ground. He's like, oh, not my fault. Probably something to do with the disc. But I would never do that, okay? That's definitely not my style. This guy looks very tense. Very tense for a 3.5-foot putt. Oh, careful. Why are they all taking so much time on this one? Even Paul just kind of gingerly... Is that biscuit like about to fall over or something? Whoa, look at the chalk on his hands. Whammy! You can see the chalk flying off. He might have like eczema or something too, and that's actually part of his skin. Is flying off of his hand, which would be very sad. And if that's true, he needs to go to the hospital. Hole 11 is another par 4. There's a little bit of a theme on this course. It's like, yeah, lots of par 4s. It's just kind of what you paid for. You paid for par 4. 247 meters. Suck it, Americans. I'm not going to tell you how many feet it is. All right, it's 810. I feel bad. Y'all are going to be so lost without knowing all of the data. This hole is a real turny guy. It starts out going to the right, and then it's just like left, 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 left. It's like, I think they call this one the NASCAR hole. Left, left, left. You can see a tribute to Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the side of the fairway back there. Whoa, look at all... Zing. Zing, zing, zing. What is zing? It is such a great advertisement because I'm very curious now what it's all about. I feel like it could be some sort of a drug. Does nobody else feel like that's a drug? Zing. Yes. He actually had a great career until he started getting all hopped up on Zing. Ooh, oh, that was so rude. Somebody, and you could see the camera guy look off this way. Somebody over there is definitely getting fired. Hopefully they've got a good story, like maybe a wasp stung them or something. It sounded like they may have yelled, "Let go." So maybe there's a python in the grass. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. It was way less exciting than I thought that was going to be. Sorry for the overhype. What? Oh, no, he's gone crazy. He's just looking in the middle of the forest. He's like, I'm done. I'm just going to get rid of this one. Oh, okay. A little bit of a shortcut there. Apparently, his parents paid the country club for a little bit of an inside trek, maybe a special map with all the ins and outs. Also, wouldn't it be hysterical if Ben Calloway was like from a really poor family and none of this was even true? I mean, not like hysterical that his family is poor. I just mean like how wildly off. I mean, I don't think I'm wildly off, but like how funny would it be if it was the juxtaposition of the country club player and Ben's living in his van and eating ramen noodles. Well, he's learning. He is learning. Paul Macbeth just sweat. He just sweated. He just had a little bit of a sweat happen. A bead. He had a bead of sweat when he saw that Gavin had learned his roll up to the pit. See, this guy is still learning. But Gavin has learned. See, now watch this. I will bet you 500 British pounds that Paul's going to land this one and just roll it right up to the pin. Just like he taught all the young guys to do. See that? Just roll it right up. It's pretty good. This guy could have used a little bit more roll. He's got 58 feet left. He's dancing. He's like lean, front, back, front, back, front, back. Putt! All right, here goes Ben. Come on, do this for all the pool people, Ben. Yes! He's connected to pool people, one or the other. I mean, no matter what, if he's living in his van or if he's part of the country club, he's going to be, you know, like wealth is part of his story, I guess I'm trying to say. It would suck if he was like middle class. It would act. That would be the worst possible result. All right, so let's see. Gavin just birdied another one. Oh, look at that. Paul is 24 under par. So there's a par, and Paul is under the par 24 times. And then Gavin is one less under the par than Paul at 23 times under the par. Hole 12 is a par 3, and hole 12 is what I call the 2/3 hole. Does anybody else think like this? Like when you're out playing around, and you get to hole 12 and you're like, we're 2/3 of the way done with the round. Does anybody else use fractions? I find that a lot of people, you know, do halves, like we're halfway done after hole 9 obs. But I like to think about it in thirds. It's just another way that I like to think of myself as being slightly better than you know, the other people that I play with. It's just a little mind game that I play on them without them knowing, and usually win sometimes. It's really frustrating to not win the mind games that you play on other people when they don't know about it. Wow, that was very smooth. Too smooth. Look out! Oh, look at that! He's like a Russian dancer who did that move where he's bending down with his knees up and he just pops his feet out to the side. Oh, this one is beautiful. It's going to hit a wood chip in, stop right there. Why does nobody throw like a thumber over the top of the trees, I wonder? Might be like an endangered bird nest up there or something. They're not allowed. Ooh, where did he find himself? This looks very scary. I tell my kids about this one around a campfire one day. They're all, you know, you're having like a family picnic out in the woods and they're like, Grandpa, tell us a silly story. And I messed that up in a couple of ways. For one thing, it was my kids, not my grandkids, and I said I was going to tell them a scary story. But, you know, the kids asked for a silly one, and you got to give the kids what you want. Wow, what just happened? I said you got to give the kids what you want. A lot of Freudian slips, but the Des Moines fans continue to be the most excited human beings. Oh, ouch, ouch. A couple of thigh slaps. He had a weak spitter and he had a thigh slapper. Weak spitters often lead to thigh slappers. Not as often as high tinkers, but weak spitters definitely are up there as well. Oh, man. Here goes the veteran. Look out, tree! Wait a second. That hit the tree. It probably didn't. It kind of looked like it did. Maybe it did. Probably didn't, though. It could have, though. Oh, here we go. Bushnell.
I have these game plans. I think I'm going to land in these same areas every single time, but you never know. Having the Bushnell rangefinder, no matter where I land, gives me that extra level of confidence.
It's a very fast one.
I started playing disc golf with my family when I was 8 years old. When I was 16, I got my first
this is the one that I did
cook
music
at a
with.
bowling alley.
Here we
And
go.
that's when I made my first batch of beef jerky. As I got better at throwing, I also got better at making beef jerky. Everyone told me they loved my jerky. After 15 years of making my beef jerky as a hobby, I decided to make it available to everyone. Double G Craft Jerky. Give it a try. You're gonna love it.
You know, honestly, I feel like that adds a lot to the production value of those commercials. Just curious though, when Kona did the Bushnell, when she was looking out with the Edge rangefinder, oh, I've got a whole bunch of other colors. Did you see how it was doing this thing? Was that do you suppose that was a simulation? Or would that giant orange sliced laser beam actually appear in real life? Because if so, I'm going to get one of those right now. Oh, man. He threw that like it just said something rude about his mother. It's working out. What the grenade? What a treat for all of us. What? Now, why are the fans not freaking out about that one? Wow, that is the saddest. They're absolutely losing their minds off of Paul like missing a couple trees. Oof. Wow, missing a tree. Oh, man, he's got a very loud slap game. He should go to the Slapjack World Championships. The fans are losing their minds about Paul's approach in a par 3. Gavin pulls out this absolutely stunning, basically trick shot, and nobody's like, oh yeah, well, that's cool. Only like 3 people in the world can do that, but not impressed. Is Paul going for this one? Look out, cameramen. Hey, it was Terry Miller. Look at this. Terry Miller. You know, after this commentary, me and Terry Miller actually have a lot in common. You know, something that neither one of us want to have. Look, I was going to put a little hat on him. Oh, no, he moved. Yeah, look at this guy. It is so awkward. He's just right there with... Do you think Paul... If I was Paul Macbeth every once in a while, I'm lining up a putt, I would just look over at him. And it's like quiet and everybody's watching us. And I'd be like, hey, what are you looking at? Hey, man, stop filming me, you creep. Yes, but all of that to say, Gavin had an absolute stunner. Look at this. Live follow flight. Listen, you know, they're going to hate it in the comments, but you got to admit, we've seen worse follow flights. Hole 14 at Pickett Park is a par 4. Guess you didn't expect me to say that, but it is. It's another par 4. 606 feet. If it was 50 feet further, we'd have to burn it down. There's a lot of gaps, a lot of tall grass where the pythons hang out and occasionally grab the random spectator messing up Paul Macbeth's drive. Here goes Mr. Flicky. Oh, sorry. I just caught myself a little bit off guard there. I don't know why I haven't been calling that guy Mr. Flicky this time. Alright. Have another drink. Cheers, guys. Kevin threw it into the python grass. Old man flicks. Yeah, that's old man flicks Beth. Trying to keep up with Mr. Flicky. Gavin and Paul are actually one stroke apart, which is pretty cool. It's a tale of the old and the new, you know? And I'm talking about Gavin's face. Paul's not part of that story. Okay, this one's gonna be clutch. You never see an old guy miss when they need to power down and throw something dead straight. See? I hope you guys are tuning it up loud enough to hear the spectators. One of them... Oh, wow. Only said it with an American accent. Oh, wow. You guys get so animated about everything. Yeah, what is the deal with TikTok? Everybody's so excited about TikTok. It's like, have you not... Funny videos have been around for like hundreds of years. Everybody's losing their mind about TikTok. But let's get back to the coverage. Here's Mr. Flicky. He's gonna... Oh, man. You know, wouldn't it be cool if he and Sarah Hokum or somebody got together and they could have like little Flicky babies? Mr. and Mrs. Flicks.
Really good.
Did it? That is the question that you all are going to have to answer for yourself in the comment section. Dang it. Gavin knows that that was probably his last chance in this life to beat Paul Macbeth at something. And he absolutely failed. I don't know what Ben's doing. Ben's ready to go to hole 19 and have a drink with his mates in the clubhouse. It got very quiet for this part. There's just that one jerk bird. Yeah. What the screams? Man, I want to have like my next birthday party in Des Moines. It's where I want to hang out. I want to celebrate. You need to celebrate like a graduation or a bar mitzvah or a work promotion or like literally anything Just find a crowd of people on a disc golf course in Des Moines, and then you'll be set for life in terms of self-esteem. They pass it out in buckets. Way to go, Mr. Flicky. Ooh, very, very good putting form there. Hey, Ian Anderson, if you ever end up watching this, would you hit me up about these live follow-off lights? I don't know. I think we can message about it, but I think, you know, probably around $75, you know, per live follow-off light that I do. What is it with holes turning left? We're in the southern hemisphere or something. All of these holes are going to turn to the... This is like Pickard Park, Brazil. This is the whole map. This is the tee box. And there's just nothing but woods, you know, around the outside. Very smooth. They call him the Smoothie King. But I mean, you can't say it. You can't write it down because of trademark issues with the food franchise. But they just call him that casually. Wow, Darth Vader behind the camera right there is... He's caught his breath. There must be quite the hill. I don't envy those guys, because I don't actually have to work for a living, but they would have to, like, run up the hill every time, turn around and film these guys. All right, Mr. Flicky's got to go to a rare backhand, and I was going to see how he... Ooh. He's very proud of himself. It's a pretty cool name, Raven. It's not as cool as Mr. Flicky, but I feel like if he's got, you know, he's got that to fall back on. Oh, Gavin doesn't like it at all. It's very close though. I don't know what he's whining about. That's a tribute of the younger generation, you know. Paul, you're never going to see him whine about anything. Oh man. Wow, that is a twist of fate because Paul's was significantly worse than Gavin's, but Gavin was disappointed and Paul was satisfied. Ooh. Just a chip shot with his gap wedge for Mr. Callaway. Paul does have an open look through some leaves. Oh, he tried to kick it, but it was like 25 feet away and his leg's not that long. Oh, he's absolutely... Man, he's beating his putter in the middle of the woods. Oh, everybody's so mad at the other putters. And the putters are like, what the flip, mate? It was that one. Look at the one that didn't go. It's sitting right under the basket. What are you hitting me? It's like punishing your second child when the oldest one does something bad. Oh, there's Terry Miller again. I keep hoping for an opportunity to draw a head on him. Whoa, 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 whoa. He said, I've got to pee. Oh, man. I mean, they must be having like a game of pig. And Mr. Flicky just lost the first point, so now he's got to pee. If he gets PIG by the end of the round, he's going to have to buy him all lunch. Oh, here we go. This is the one with the music.
You've seen them in the hands of professionals,
got a little carried away
at the highest level.
Let's see if we can get that URL.
Small business, handmade in the USA. We are dedicated to outstanding grip for all disc golfers.
Oh, there's no K. So check this out. It's like a mucus sac, you know, because that's how they spell it, like in science. It's a sac, you know. Whalesex.com. Don't type in whalesex.com. It's whalesex.com, all right? It's going to take you to a completely different site entirely, and if you're on a corporate network, it might not even let you go there, but go to whalesex.com and get yourself those, you know, those chalk bags that everybody's raving, that everyone's raving Newsome about. All right, Mr. Flicks. Mr. Flicky, what are you doing with the backhand? That is not your forte. It is not your will. Oh. Yeah, see, he's not very good. With those, he's left that one just a little short and left. If he would have flicked it, he probably would have been under the basket. But what I know, I'm just a commentator. I'm not like out there caddying for him. Nobody can afford me anyway. Little roly roll, little roly poly down the hill. Alright, you can count on the landing short and skipping. Shot from the veteran. Landing short, skipping. Oh yeah. Absolutely. That guy, he either heard the best joke of his life from a mate in the crowd, or he was reacting to Paul's shot there. 54 mile per hour putter right into the trunk of that tree. Watch the tree, watch the tree, watch the tree. I guess it's gonna stand. It's gonna stay standing. Wow, there's a Terry Miller. We need like a. That's it. We're almost done with the round, so this is a little too late. But I'm gonna say we've seen him like 4 times. Just keep a little ticker up there in the top. Sorry, Ben. You can't call him Mr. Backhandy. It just doesn't have the same ring as Mr. Flicky. So he really needs to just never throw a backhand ever again. It's alright, Ben. Keep it up. Keep your chins up. You'll be fine. It's alright. Paul's going to win now. I don't actually know who's going to win. I've never seen any of this before in my life. But Paul's a few strokes ahead, and there's only a couple holes left, so I'd say the writing is on the wall. See? Oh, dang it. I lost the T-Dog Keanu when I hit the erase all button. Sad. Alright, we've got 2 holes left. Finally, a nice open fairway that's not a par 4. This one's wide open. These guys are going to be ace running this all day and twice on Sunday. I don't understand that phrase because I'm actually not able to do hardly anything. You get a half a day on Sunday to play disc golf because of, you know, religious responsibilities and whatnot. So it's like all day and half a time on Sunday is here it should go. Twice on set. All day and twice on Saturday and maybe not even at all on Sunday. He said, I just slipped. Okay, well, I'm doing the commentary, Paul. All right, lay off. I'll say what happened. Paul just slipped, everybody. Ben Calloway threw that one very, very good. Little pro back spin, which he learned on the links of his local club. Oh, this needs to be an ace if he's got any chance. Yep, no chance. Here's his chances of winning now. It's actually you know what? Forget it. Well, that was fun. All right, come on, Mr. Flicky. Ooh, oh no.
I didn't think it was possible.
Look how excited. I missed it. I didn't think it was possible. He's obviously not played too many rounds of disc golf. Oh, there was Paul Macbeth that went in the woods and he threw it out and then he saved the par. Wait a second. So Gavin is now just 2 strokes behind with 1 hole to play. So let me just sketch this out, okay? Paul is -27, okay? And Gavin is -25, okay? Now I haven't done much of this since primary school, but let's say Paul adds a bogey onto his next shot, which is it's probably gonna be a par 4 because they all are. So that's gonna be a 5 for Paul, and then so that's gonna be -27 plus 5. You have to do it like this. You have to put the brackets. And you have to solve that first. So that's gonna be -2 times 12, and then you do this one, which is 2 times 12 is -24. Okay, and now let's say, oh, this is a par 5, so that's actually going to be a 6. Okay, so now that's going to be 13, and this is 20, -26. Okay, hang on, -26. All right. Now Gavin is -25. Let's say he gets a birdie with a 4. Okay, so we're going to do 5 and 4, which is -2 times 9, and that equals, it is -2 times 9, which is 8. It's positive 18. So Paul is -26 with a bogey, and Gavin is, he's actually 18 over par. So yeah, Paul's going to win basically no matter what happens on this hole, which is very sad for Gavin. But I mean, like, you crunch the numbers, you know. It's just an absolute numbers game at this point, and he can do all the rolling that he wants. It doesn't matter. You're still going to be 18 over par after this hole. All right, Mr. Flicky, going to end with another backhand. Oh, and a broken ankle. Man, that would have grown this sport so much. Pretty selfish of these pro players to not just, like, take one for the game that they love, you know? Paul with a nice, easy 68 layup to 323 feet. Probably just going to do a couple 60-foot putts to get up to the basket from there. Ooh. Look out. Oh, he's going to be in there with the chimpanzees and the pythons. Ooh, that sounded like a ripper. Paul is ready to collect his trophy and his winnings and get back on the road. I don't know what Masters level players do in between tournaments. Maybe he's going to go for a good evening of fishing. I could see Paul, like, wanting to take his wife and kids and going out, you know, going out on the pontoon boat and doing a little bass fishing. That was squeaky. Not the shot, I mean literally his shoes are squeaking in the grass. Oh, he's coming out. Everyone is so excited. Mr. Flicky, you've done a very, very good job representing the Des Moines community. Everyone's so excited for you. One last big Flicky for the fans, trying to knock the tree down. Not going to happen. Paul's got one last look at Guacamole Lake on his way up to his collect his winnings. I think the purse for this tournament was in the tens of thousands, maybe $100,000 or something. And that's a tap in. You can tell he's ready to get on the boat, so he's just going to put it under the basket. Very well done, Ben. If that one's inside the leather, they'll probably just give it to him. I think Evan's still thinking, maybe I could throw this one in. Oh, no, he's not. He's like, I'm just going to... We'll take second place. Second place is still like $47,000, so that's... Well, what is... What the... Who is this guy? Now we're just into a little bit of a skills exhibition. Mr. Flicky is just doing this one 100% for the fins. The basket's actually like 12 feet off to his right. Oh! I think it is shoulder pop out. I love this guy. How could you not? Look at him. Oh, look! Mrs. Flicky! Oh, man. Somebody get the tabloids down here. There's a story brewing. Mr. and Mrs. Flicky seen together at the Des Moines Challenge. That is hilarious. How could you not love that guy? I mean, you love this guy because he's been around the game for like 57 years and he wins everything. Way to go. Nobody expected anything different. Here's the T-Dog. Here's a T-Dog sighting. The fans are losing their ever-loving minds. They are beside themselves. Not one of those people exists as their own person. They're actually inhabiting the souls of the person next to them. That's how beside themselves they are with excitement that Paul Macbeth just laid up and tipped in to win. There's a good old golf move. Lift the ball cap up. Everybody can see your hat tan. There's nothing that alarms me more than when professional golfers on the 18th green, they pull their hat off and it's like, oh man, what has been under your hat this whole time? You got to see a dermatologist or something. Way to go, Mr. Flicky. Absolute fan favorite. I cannot wait to see that guy in more coverage. You got to love a guy who believes in himself and that the fans believe in too. Gavo, you put up a great fight. Tried to take down the senior Paul Macbeth. Weren't able to do it.
2021 Des Moines Challenge presented by Discraft Champion Paul Macbeth.
Good job, Paul. I don't know why that guy didn't pronounce the S in Des Moines. Either one of them. He might not be from around there. Ah, look at that. Good job, Paul. Uh-oh. Well done. Everybody, thanks for watching the final round of the Des Moines Challenge. My name is Ray, and for Central Coast Disc Golf, this has been Disc Golf Comedy on Tyler Brickley and Friends channel. We really need to consolidate some of the branding. It's pretty confusing. Basically, the only thing you need to remember is Mr. Flicky. Go find him on social media and follow him. Give him some love. Paul probably won $100,000 from this, so he doesn't need anything. But go find Mr. Flicky and say, hey, way to go, man. Here's the final. It looks like Kelvin Heimberg snuck up into second place. Little sneaky cow. Kevin Jones, Emerson. Well, yeah, there was all those other bigger names. I wonder why they didn't. Well, what is this? Bonus footage. Ah, the long drive of the round as measured by Bushnell. And it was uphill with the pure hyzer. That's absolutely stunning. Thanks for watching, guys. And we will see you next time. Peace out. That really just like peeve air.